No, Dean. Whoa, that's a very close up of my face. That is very odd. Stop, Dean. The okay. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's still working. Good stuff. All right. Dean. All right. Ow.
is a lovely place to live. If you're a moon-sized computational device that requires year-round sub-zero temperatures to avoid melting down.
I don't even remember what the heck we were doing. Ugh. I have to go play Pokemon with this random NPC. I'm already done with your stuff, so we don't need you anymore. Boo. Bean. I need to adjust those. Fully loading.
Just heard that.
Couldn't remember where the stairs were.
Back. If you seek entry to my wares, you must engage me your sports card collection, though you shall not prevail. afford it. That's an impressive number of cards, my friend, but not... Wait a moment. No. Your cards. You have multiple that I do not. Your collection has defeated me. Though this defeat leaves the taste of dirt and blood in my mouth, I am not dishonorable.
What? Where are you going? I like that.
Greetings again. You may have defeated me last time, but I shall rise. Behold!
Behold! We have rockets. Holy crap, $15,000. I don't like it that much. So much random junk. Cool. Picks. Let's see here. What do we got? That's kind of cool. What is my speech skill? 7. I thought I already had that one. Maybe what? 17 more damage? Percent? That's what we're doing. All right, we need to do... I guess I need to... Incognito. Whoa. Okay. 2. Now I'm curious. Boop. Nope. This. Close? What are we doing here? Crash course. Not. So I guess. Oh, I missed the jump. Where are we? Oyster. Why is this a new... Let's see what happens here. Oh, wait. No sense in using the free, not using the free. Where'd it go? Oh, it's in this room. Right here. Meet with Ruth. Promotion alert from Driftway. Oh no. A light fell. Oh yeah. Sure. Apparently I must go talk to first and foremost, I'm gonna overwrite that save. Wait, what is the main company? Blah blah blah. Well, because that also does a shit ton of damage too, so. So I'm pretty close on these two. Actually, we're gonna go. We're gonna change this up a little bit. We're gonna go. Oops. Back to the incognito. Now we gotta go. I forgot. We gotta actually gonna switch to this. Cause we're gonna go to that stupid ship. That was weird. Do I have enough boo-boos for this? No. Okay. Hackle mesh. Apparently. Okay, we're gonna. I can't. You can't save when you're in the air. It's so funny. Is this Snackle Flack?
Why choose just any choice? It's Auntie's choice.
Came here because I heard Auntie's.
I said something about this guy.
You haven't seen any loose raptidons running around, have you? A what now? Oh, a coworker had one of those once. Unbelievable. Last time I got stuck with... You wouldn't happen to be someone well-versed in weapons, explosives, and/or advanced hand-to-hand fighting, would you? And, you know, work cheap? Oh, good. Someone competent and undemanding. This here card will give you access to the elevator at market compliance. See any wraps loose there?
I've exterminated my share of dim-witted life forms in my career, but the task before us doesn't sound very sporting.
Did that. Did that.
Attention any and all no-getters on my payroll. It's time to recognize the downwardly mobile with my latest demotions report. Starting with Dr. Giles Rasmussen, demoted from his Tranicular. Arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Client intake.
Come on, Tram. There you go.
Refresh your security fundamentals, Reggie.
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume.
With Auntie's Choice. As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you face rank and file. The Big Riff cut off tossball news from home, but the grown league is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered down rate.
Do they? Yeah, they do. Okay. Yoink. See, they want $1 bazillion for those freaking rockets. All right.
That won't put posteriors in the seats. A blood sport without blood sounds like red ink.
It's not those words.
Oh, hey, think you dropped something? Yeah, you dropped something. Plenty of opportunists here, eager to take you for all you're worth. You're lucky I...
Tossball team against the Protector's entire roster of baseball pushovers. And close the fiscal week, even with half our team's 30.
I see you decided to accept my invitation. Good. Ordinarily, reception here would detain you in a whole song and dance, but you're no common contractor. You're my honored guest. I wanted to formalize my gratitude. What a shame our negotiations were so violently digressed. I felt we were making real progress, notwithstanding. In fact, that is what I summoned you here to discuss. Some messages have indeed been sent hither and thither through back channels. Alden remains convinced an agreement can be reached. Mayhaps we're both overly optimistic, but if there's even the remotest chance of bringing
Remotest.
the Order and Auntie's choice together, the profit from doing so far outweighs the risk. To begin, you'll need to gain favor with both the Order and do whatever you must to earn an audience with our respective leaders and convince each to agree to meet and continue the negotiations. You're confident, of fine quality, at certain occupational. Obviously, you will need help to smooth over any points of contention during the negotiation, which will require some verbal finesse, but capital! As I mentioned before, you'll first need to earn an audience with the when it comes to the Order, approach their laureates. They seem to run things. On our side, I was also going to suggest improving your oratory skills, but you seem rather eloquent, so I think you have not. Certainly. Oh, answering that would come dangerously close up. Wouldn't want the junior ranks getting the idea that they can review. Suffice to say, Auntie Cleo is without peer, quite literally.
Yeah.
This corporation would be...
Hello, daring self-determinist, stalwart seeker of self-betterment, or rapacious rogue of corporatism. Welcome to Auntie's Choice Esteemed Invaluable Disposable Agent Program. As in IDA, your assignments will be some of the most decisive and admirable tasks that Auntie's Choice has to offer. IDAs help explore the wilds, plot our path, and shape the evolution
Plot our
of
path.
the corporation. And with enough rugged determinism, please don't interrupt or I'll lose my place. So, now, if you'll just exit through to your left, 2 of our top 29 vice presidents are waiting to speak. And remember, Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack offers our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated
Pre-sliced
water
bread and
tablets.
dehydrated water tablets.
For an additional price.
Dehydrated water tablets. That's amusing to me. What are you? I don't care. So many rings. Why are there rings everywhere?
Well, wonderful to meet you. C.F. Pendergrass III, Strategic Reconfiguration. It's not every day we have such a capable operative. Well, it was those ill-fated peace talks that got you here. I've kept tabs on you for a good long time.
Yes, we've all kept tabs. Auntie and I have spoken about you several times now. Ursula Ormsby, Proprietary Insight Acquisition. You'll report to both of us. For now.
Indeed. It is our pleasure to meet you, and I am beyond tickled to welcome you to Auntie's Choice.
Stretches.
We need someone not shaped by Auntie's meritocracy. It serves its function, but our worker, a daring, non-conforming perturbation ameliorator to implement our monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
More succinctly, we are recruiting an expert outside consultant.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's Choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried
Itchy.
with us at Tau Ceti. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's Choice devious shenanigans lying down?
Wonderful! Your first assignment demonstrate something unexpected, or
If I understand correctly, they're having something of a workforce issue. They've stopped working. The workers there simply...
They expressed, and I know this is going to sound more than a bit strange,
Specifically, they stated, until we meet their demands. As though employees have a right to demand anything of their...
striking? You're
Yes, well, if they're this delusional, violence is the next natural step. Who do they intend to strike?
Dear law, what a bunch of devious, ungrateful, greedy little prigs! After all the opportunities aunties give...
So what do you suggest we do about such an utterly unheard of situation? It is absolutely imperative that we get those people back to work, whatever it takes. Negotiate. As in,
No, Urs. That is exactly why we've hired you as my brand new perturbation ameliorator. You'll solve the problem for us, and we will retain absolute deniability. Wonderful. You'll go to Praetor, meet the plant's overseer, and
I have zero doubt Auntie and I'll be completely impressed.
So all right. Boing. So now I want actually just like this better. Okay. Did that. All right. Okay. Yawns. Where is the key? This one. Old Tim playing Magic. Not my thing.
You know,
Where this music's coming from? Oh. Ooh. Any stuff to steal? What are you, ounce of vendor? Is there a person in here? Because I don't really need any of this junk. All right. I'll deal with them in a minute. Loot first.
That's right, folks. Keep it. Welcome, fellow disgruntled worker. We're causing trouble. We just found out that we're basically slave labor. And now we're learning to... Dunbar, one of our level 3 packers, explained it to us. He's got a new coiffeured friend who's helped us understand the
Coiffeured.
our politeness or something. We need the proletariat to yield to worker subjugation by xenophobic proxy? No, that ain't right. But it's something that sounds super fancy when Will explains it. Honestly, we just want to eat, sleep, and relieve ourselves on a reasonable schedule. But the damn overseer, I think she's getting rich off of breaking our backs. I ain't sure how you're gonna get in. This door is barred from the inside, and I don't think there's another way in on the ground floor. That's right, folks! Keep the chanting going!
Look at the little door. Do I need to be sneaky in here? Guess I don't have that.
Liquidation job, dear. Just say the word.
They did not like that. We will mess with that later.
Welcome to Auntie's fine product. I assume you are the disruption ameliorator? It was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost to... Some ne'er-do-wells have incited our workers to halt all work. They've taken to making demands and carrying on about basic dignity, and it should go without saying that such flights of fantasy have no place.
I reckon she's got her wires crossed. Basic dignity is what Auntie's Choice promised us when we signed up. So long as we were good at... And while we might have faced great...
Nevertheless, here we must focus on... Absolutely. These lugs have been positively exalted in the good fortune of rising to their limited station within the meritocracy that Auntie has derived for us.
So funny. I love the over-the-top factions. It's so great. Like the ridiculousness of the capitalism here, and then the zealots and some of the other ones. It's great.
No. Only within Auntie's Choice can these drudges achieve... You're asking me? That clearly is your domain. Running this invaluable facility on Auntie's behalf is mine. As a managerial administrativist, it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive. Is that clear? Well, there's no call for rudeness. It's unnecessary, unprofessional, and distracts us from the important business that I have the direct authority to dispatch you upon. This plant relabels dated items with new Auntie's Choice trademarks and slogans. It is critical to keeping revitalized products on the shelf for consumers. So, the workers may be unhappy, but they must realize their comfort is a distant second to Auntie's delivery schedule. My workers are striking people now? How very alarming. We must resolve this before things get even further out of hand. They've appointed some kind of leader, and he's the one you have to talk to. His name is, Dummy?
Dummy, Dunce, Dumber. These names are great.
Dumley? Dunbar. It's Dunbar. If I'm honest, my gaze is purely focused up the ladder, not down it. I am a very important upper, middle, lower manager, and the way I advance that status scantily involves learning the names and faces of my peons. Their value is in providing their minuscule contribution to this mighty and prestigious corporation. And by providing their maximal effort, they allow me to ascend, vacating this position so that one of their undistinguished masses can fill it, thereby becoming distinguished. Well, that's all fine and good in your system. But here in Arcadia, it is Auntie's needs we cater to. And right now, her need is you convince Dumley Dunbar to get back to work. I believe he has demands, but I can't be bothered to remember what they were. They alter the general. You will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Go help him understand the situation. So, yes, well, I'm sure you'll manage. Auntie has faith in you, therefore I shall too. Best of luck to you. Remember that your actions don't just reflect on you, you are also representing me, which is to say, you are also representing Auntie. It's proud.
Heads up!
That's right,
If you
folks.
won't let
Keep the
us
chances
sleep
going.
or aim, you get charged for stimulate! We don't want to make them.
I don't think I have that leadership skill. I don't have any leadership skill.
I ain't aiming to seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with right now. Unless this is mighty important, I'll respectfully ask to be left to my business. Settle my complaints? How exactly you planning that? Auntie's got to prioritize worker prosperity over productivity. What we've got now is, poor, labor what's going on is, remind me again?
An inhospitable occupational environment that ignores worker safety and health concerns.
Right, that. We need better hours, free stims, and the ability to relieve ourselves whenever we want.
They work 20-hour shifts, which require stims to endure that are charged at a premium. Adrena time is actually cheaper on the undisputed claim than it is here. And if that inhuman brutality isn't enough to offend basic decency, they're also barred from using the restroom throughout the business day. Their 20-hour business day. It is an unconscionable condition to keep these workers in. I can't imagine how hard it is for them to coordinate their daily duties. No, I'm just a fellow underling suffering the corporate grind who saw the plight of these poor folk and needed to help them make a fair and reasonable deal.
That's right. Leo has been an absolute wealth of what's what. Without him...
Under the yoke of oppressive undervaluation.
Right, that. Our shifts need to be reduced to 12 hours a day. 4 hours of personal time ain't even enough to rest, much less get any actual living done. Second, if we gotta work those long hours, we want free Adrena time. Bad enough it's making everything taste like we're gnawing nickel-pads. Having to pay for the pleasure's too far. Finally, we want all-day bathroom access. Expecting us to fit our necessities into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, between us, most folk ain't, if you get my meaning. You for your trying. I don't know if we'll get it all, but every bit you add makes some part of our lives a whole lot easier.
Ladder.
Welcome back, Ameliorator. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand?
Stop, Dean.
What are these ingrate alley sprats willing to settle for? Golden privies and gilded sheets? To be spoon-fed crunch whenever their tummies rumble? 8-hour workdays? 12-hour? Are they mad? What are they gonna do with the other half of the day? Lounge around the facility consuming air and water and power without compensating the company? I'm frankly disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud.
Wait a minute.
I suppose that might be a compromise I could make. It would still be a black eye on my sterling reputation, but at least it would get them back to work. Right, you've convinced me. What else do they want? Free? Free? Nothing inside of Auntie's Choice is free. Law, nothing in life is free. Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation, which is one small step from the system completely breaking down and plunging us all into anarchy. What in the void are you talking about? My greed is certainly doing no such thing. would never. That's slander and or libel. And you can't prove a thing. Well, fuck. That's quite the rub, isn't it? All right, what do you want? Huh. I don't know why you would waste leverage on them, but I suppose you've got your reasons. All right. They'll get their Adrena time, and you'll get all more they ask. They want to relieve themselves on company time? I've never heard something so preposterous. Can you imagine how many bits that loss of productivity will... What if they lounge? What if they take time to relax? What if they retreat to indulge their baser urges? Auntie would be paying for all manner of unprofitable shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
You're probably right. What more do they want? Very good. Ha! I was going to say very good, but that would be downright farcical. There is nothing good about this situation. Please, just resolve it as...
Is there a way to... No. Bruh. What is this door? Oh, it's the pooper. This door. Here we go. The pooper.
Hello again. Do you have news for us about the negotiations? That's as fine a place to start as any. What did that tyrant have to say for herself? She willing to see reason? What's next? Excellent. What progress have you made? Well, I can't begin to tell you a most promising development. She willing to see reason? Free? Well, you have done Damn!
I really felt like I was close to signing all of you, and I needed that recruitment bonus, but I'll get them next time.
Next time? Against you? What in law's name are you saying?
Yeah.
It don't matter. Now, if you'll excuse...
That's not how I wanted that to go, but cool.
The workers have returned and production has resumed. Wonderful work. I have already informed you may tell the...
Okay. Incognito. Wow. 18. Okay. Wee. I love how they manipulate. This is so funny. These loading screens are like our world now. They say something and it's completely inaccurate. Like it says, Voyage of the Vox, station achieves perfect liftoff, going to be exploring. What happened is we launched it and it exploded. It's so funny how... And then people believe that crap. Like both sides of the political divide. It's so funny. It's so funny how much we don't know.
Welcome back. We understand.
Yes, time is bits.
A satisfactory effort, my ameliorator. I had hopes your talents would yield a result a mite more in our favor.
Well, I suppose I can't argue with the truth of that.
Anything else you'd like to report? Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered. And it was an ideal...
There you go again, pinning your career to that
Flim flam.
mathematics. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art.
Suppose we...
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can sometimes lack a certain subtlety, though. The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it on Praetor. And he wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important? Fine. Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities.
What is this boogery shit on my computer?
Surely you can handle twice that many tasks. I don't want to sound like the Order, but you could... A few aspirational goals, if possible.
Which is to say...
See you when it...
What is this new bullshit?
Manager Doc. Next, we have Reginald Oswald in propriety.
Gotta do a quick potty. Oh, my companions both got upgrades too. I don't know. Which of these I like better? Nice. That is much more gooder. All right.
Insight acquisition. Demoted for playing confidential logs in a...
Be right back. Where is the Googles? I already read that. Read. Reading.
Public toilet. Not what I mean when I encourage working on the go. Perhaps a strategic step backward to Document Index Manager will refresh your info security fundamentals, Reggie. Congrats! You're now a file clerk. Clerk those files. Next is Elise Ripshaw in product development. Remember, Elise, when you told colleagues over drinks at the bottom runner that I was, quote, long in the tooth and short on ideas? Then you agonized for weeks that your comment might get back to me, anxiety gnawing at your guts. Good news! Your new role as intake greeting specialist will be far less stressful. And if you haven't heard your name yet, breathe easy. That's it for this demotions report. Until next time, everybody do your jobs and there won't be a next time.
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume
With Auntie's Choice. As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file. The Big Rift cut off Tussball News from home, but our Arcadia Grown League is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered-down ripoff. Pitch ball, they call it. My, T-zones then. Oh, and sportsmanlike conduct is tolerated? Ha! That won't put posteriors in the seats. A blood sport without blood sounds like red ink to Auntie. Our tossball teams play for keeps. I witnessed no fewer than 6 critical blood force traumas in last week's contest between the Easy Heel Loafers and Spectrum brand bandits. I'd pit our least bankable tossball team against the Protector's entire roster of pitchball pushovers any day of the fiscal week, even with half our team's 32 backs benched. They'd forfeit by
All right.
middle time. It would be an embarrassment of body goals. Imagine the ad windfall. Our athletic
Tab. Tractor. I need this to go up a little bit.
would achieve full profit potential.
Praetor. I guess this.
Batman scan.
They gave me the zap. I know there was another dude right there. There he is. Funny noise. Gonna go ahead and slide down here. I like these little bubbly dudes. They're fun. Honk. Fart. That's not what I wanted to do, but cool. I missed the shot. Oh, he's in pieces. Supposedly, there's a doorway over here. Looky there. A little vent for sneaky sneaks.
Under the guidance of our beneficent ruler.
Ponk. But I think there's a dude in here. Oh, it's their own personal little pooper. Is this the front door? Yeah, cool. All right.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Come in, come right in, and be refreshed. Not just a good idea, it's the law.
Wait, what grenades do they have me doing here? What is this? Plasma. Storm. Oh.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they operate at efficiency at all times. The paradigm
shed all manner of imperfect thoughts? All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity to abrade your imperfections. I'm Head Refresher Gould, and I guarantee when you exit our doors, you'll be a productive member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say, goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
What is that, Kirk? Oh.
Greetings, subject. Or should I say, fresh to be. Welcome to the... You're not on my schedule. A walk-in.
This is all a mite
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign. Why, of course. Naturally. It is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental tune-up whenever we experience imperfect thoughts or lack a little zeal. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / your right.
Greeting, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Welditarium. Subjects are required to respond 100%. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective. Incorrect, but your response has merited a yay-sayer verbal commendation. For exceptional, the accepted answer is Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to... Incorrect. Wait, processing. That was correct. No subject has ever answered that query accurately before to date. The degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a dutiful and true subject of the Protectorate is beyond measure. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, doubt, unacceptable, obsequious, a perfect final? Query. How would your neighbors describe you? Processing. Determine the appropriate reply was formulating conclusion. 100. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful protectorate. Now, proceed to the near... Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
I have to put on the shitty clothing.
My irregularities have all been abraded.
Let me out? Oh.
Greetings. Hello. My name is Abigail, and it is the duty of all Protectorate subjects to regularly converse with our neighbors. So I am newly full of zeal, free of pondering begets disharmony. To deliberate is to court ruin. Notions are a gateway to mayhem, bedlam, turmoil, and vexation. Head Refresher Gould says his recorded lectures are key. That, a restorative cocktail of pharmaceuticals, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity device. Why, it's right outside Head Refresher Gould's office. He'll schedule you an appointment. Just follow the signs to the lecture hall. I once possessed a failing of character where I would voice simple statements in a way that sounded like a question? Drat! There, did it again. As rain, neighbor. Never more I only experience approved emotions. Doubt and worry are notable. Refresh.
Okay.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today.
lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder, why does the Protectorate need mental refreshment? Doesn't it inhibit personal freedom? Yet this freedom they celebrate is a yawning chaos, and their choice is an invitation to failure, loss, and anarchy. It is a
No talking until the lecture.
all human beings require direction. As my good friend the consul would say, mental refreshment keeps us on task, free from doubt, efficient, perfect. And thus we enjoy amity, luxury, and resplendence. The system provides, the system abides.
Oh, a new face. Well, I'd welcome you to... Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But worry not. Soon enough, with our help and a little work, you've missed the daily medicament dispensement, if that's what you mean. But you should take that up with the medicament dispensement automac.
Medicament.
The medicament dispensement automac automechanically dispenses medicaments.
At all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untorn inclinations, and refashions the
I see you found the lecture as edifying as all the others. Head Refresher Gould provides us with daily lectures. Upstairs in the audiovisual aids office, of course. Though that area is off limits to all subjects not a part of facility staff. You must mean the lathe of particularity. One assumes you haven't had a session with Head Refresher Gould yet. You'll soon learn all about it firsthand.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how.
How very interesting. Here, take my pass then. You'll feel ever so...
Went better than
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how mentally noting dire self-diagnosis and ably displaying concern. I am responsible for providing each subject with their recommended daily dosage of reprioritrin. Medicament dispensement has concluded for the day. Response. Medicaments are stored in medicament storage, the office in which this unit presently operates. Yet, it is strictly off-limits to all non-refreshment facilitator personnel. Farewell statement. May refresh...
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive deviser responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than...
Apparently it cannot. Interesting.
Mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process.
Got my lamps on a hostile.
Oh.
Once over.
got company, Commander. The friendly kind.
Don't know what he was looking at, but
Fellow subject lacking zeal for their assigned work. Mental refreshment post-haste. Not just a good idea. It's the law.
bro. That's fine.
Reviving me is in everyone's best interest.
There was a turret there. That's why I was getting my ass kicked. We're gonna have to go with the big boy here.
Happy to help. Discreetly. Out of sight and on the way. To the rescue. Sight unseen.
That is not how I wanted that to go.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is uniquely special.
Cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever. Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together.
Ah, you've gained privileged access somehow.
Paradigm requires it.
Oh.
Enemy in vicinity.
Their team plays the worst has ever played. Our first back is.
Advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Oh, hello.
Prudence dictates.
Who the hell's talking?
subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. Paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is
Bettering. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Preserve said progress.
The freezer.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all
I killed these fools, but
and others are not. Well, there are
Unfriendly nearby.
uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive divisor.
all right. We're gonna go ahead and do a new because I think I messed up a little bit, and that's okay.
Don't.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent Lord.
Oops. Is it 10:30? Jeez. Okay.
Got my lamps on a hostile target. Taken leave.
What? Merit study?
Don't hurt him, please. The Sovereign isn't at his best right now. You're not here to harm him, are you? If so, I must warn you, I will defend the Sovereign to the fullest extent of my meager abilities.
Why?
Yes, it is. Our beneficent, infallible ruler. You'll have to forgive him right now. As I said, he is not. We've been here since it was determined that the Sovereign. Since then, he has been receiving dedicated treatment from Head Refresher Gould himself. Preposterous. No subject of the Protectorate would ever harm, or knowingly allow harm, to even think. This stately form before you is the direct descendant of the matriarch herself. I will stay true to him and the Protectorate to the end. The Sovereign is receiving the finest possible care, as he has every day of his life. Treatment outside the just.
So bitches.
Wait. I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive. Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lay to the maximal abradement setting, per instructions. Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer! Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases for...
Could have wait. You're not a patient. You're not even a
He's the first person we've met here.
Well, out with it. Oh, outright. This presents a rare opportunity to hone my argumentative skills against the inferior minds and bankrupt To what end are you here? Sounds like someone's had some indoctrination of their own. You've been tasked by one of our adversaries, I take it. I have a proposal for you. I'll provide you what you wish if you debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology. Good sport. Do try to keep up. So, what of the Order? Our former allies? Those cursed of... My position is a burden, gladly taken to ease the suffering of our subjects. I think so they don't have to ensure the paradigm. Though your point, what say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, is there any value in the vapid emptiness of those corporate consumers? That actually sounds to have some slight merit when you put it that way. I mean, such a system would leave your point. In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Not word for word, no. I do take certain liberties with the Sovereign's Handbook, a beacon to the cosmos. I understand you meant that as an insult, but I refuse to be bait as it is right now. Repelling faulty logic and wrong-headed thinking. No, well, admit I assumed this conversation would be more engaging. Did you have any final points you'd like to make? As a, last chance to distinguish yourself? That was the final... All right, fair enough. In that little battle of wits, one of us proved severely outmatched. And I'm not I am deeply disappointed by your... We have an intruder!
You've suffered extensive damage, Commander. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Council provides, the system abides.
Well, you know.
Hostile in proximity.
Oh. Where is the ship? Incognito. Sprint or slide. Bong. 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 Let's see. Nope. This way.
Our team at Proprietary Insight Acquisition has been salivating over the potential commercial applications of that process. Well, got what we needed.
Better in the ground than in our enemy.
Now, I assume you won't mind. Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology. That will all no doubt prove useful. But we're most interested in the technology and its results. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Seems like...
How truly unfortunate.
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? Anything especially marketable? What else? But still, they keep on marketing it. Oh, good to know, good to know. Excellent. Along with... Too bad about the lead scientist. All right. For your next...
Congratulations. Your storied success.
So your preliminary chores are complete. Oh, finally, a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving the work woefully incomplete. Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization? We do tend to forge ahead. Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. Tends to make employees... So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group that, to certain communications, have even been exchanged between our ship and the Order's headquarters. You've spoken to the delegates, yes? A cessation of hostilities could present any number of potentially profitable options. Oh, my security team would never allow it. Of course, Ruth would also need to agree. Perhaps if you were to perform a few useful errands for the Order, you might earn a meeting with her to have Ruth reach out when she's ready to talk and...
All right. So, save, new, quit. And we'll be back in a little bit.